Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Need for Speed video. In today's video I wanted to throw some ideas out there as to how they could improve the game. Before I go any further though, I just want to say that Need for Speed is a flawless game. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything is just amazing about the game. But I know Ghostro is looking for improvements on how they could make the game better for us to play. And that's what this is for. I'm not saying the game is bad, I'm just saying there's things they could add to make it better anyways. So now that we've said that, let's get straight into it. The first thing I would love for them to add to the game are private lobbies. Now I know I'm not the only one who wants private lobbies, because I know how annoying it is if you're in a game and say your friend joins or they'd like to join, they chances are can't because your game is full and you're stuck with a bunch of random players, and then you've got to back out, go all the way to the main menu, invite your friend or add to your friend's game, and then you can go into another game, and say someone else wants to join, you've already gone into a game, you guys are going to have to back out again so you can add another friend. So they really need to add private lobbies. It'd be really cool because then you don't have to keep backing out and going back into games, and I just think it'd just be a lot better for everybody. Another thing is car meet spots. So in Need for Speed you can show off your car, but it's not very often you can, or if you can, it's literally just outside the house, you know, the home garage. But I think it'd be really cool if they added spots in the map where you guys could do actual car meets, and it was like an event, so you go to it and you're there with like 6 other people or 7 other people, and you can just show off your wraps, your parts, everything to your car, and you can basically steal other people's ideas and how you'd like your car to be, kind of thing. So you just show off your cars and hang out with your friends and, you know, listen to all the music and stuff. So it'd be a lot like Forza Horizon 2, but it would just suit Need for Speed a lot better. Another thing is the sticker creator. Now this is definitely requested by a lot of people, because if you guys play with all your wraps a lot, you'll know that if you make one wrap for one car, it's not going to perfectly fit another car, so you've got to like move everything individually, and it's just a mess, and that takes a while. So it'd be really cool if they made a sticker creator where you could make layers of vinyls or a vinyl group, and then save that as a certain sticker or a separate sticker, and then when you go to do your wrap, you'll find your sticker in the wrap editor too, so you don't have to make every little thing again. Next thing is multiple crews. So this is an idea I thought of myself, and I'm going to refer back to Need for Speed Carbon for this, because in Need for Speed Carbon you would represent your own crew to take down other crews and do turf wars. And I think that's a really cool aspect they could add to the game, like the multiplayer side of the game. I think that'd be really, really cool. So what you could do is grab, let's say, 2 of your friends, and we'll take a crew from Carbon, we'll go Bushido. You could represent Bushido and earn more money, more rep, more like crew rep, something like that, and you could earn, you know, parts that you could only unlock from being part of that crew, kind of thing. I think that would be a really nice idea. Chances of that happening aren't very high, but it's just out there now. So the next thing is cars. They need more cars. I'm not saying that there's like a bad amount of cars in Need for Speed, but it'd be really cool to see some extra cars in there. So I'd like more cars that are more underground, more customizable. Like, let's take the McLaren. That doesn't really suit underground, does it? I have one myself in Need for Speed, but it doesn't quite suit the game itself. So it'd be really cool if they added cars like the Nissan 350Z, because I don't even know why that isn't in the game at the moment, but that'd be a really, really cool car to add. I have a few more cars I would like to just throw out there. So we've got the Ford Raptor. All of these, not all of these I should say, they're not all underground style cars, but they're just cool cars that I thought would, you know, be cool. So things like the Ford Raptor, or just trucks in general, like they had in Underground 2, because you could kit those out with certain parts, like let's say a sound system. You could actually put that in like the truck of the bed. No. Wow, I messed that up. The bed of the truck. I think that'd be really cool. So BMW i8, just another random car, I think would look cool. Mercedes C63 AMG Black Series. I know it'd be really good for sliding and drifting around, and it would just be an all-round beast of a machine. Lexus IS200, it's not exactly the most powerful car, but it's an underground style car. It was in Need for Speed Most Wanted, and when they add the wraps from that game, from Most Wanted, into this Need for Speed, not all of the wraps work for each car, and I think it'd be cool to have like Taz's wrap back on Taz's car, that kind of thing. And I know a Lexus could really be modified because it's Japanese, and you know they're awesome in their parts. So another thing is an Aston Martin DBS. Nice luxurious car, big, it growls, it's just an absolute beast. Who doesn't like an Aston Martin? Like I said, not all of these suit the underground like theme, but I think a DBS would actually work. Not any of this like V12 Zagato, V12 Vantage, none of that. Just DBS, nice simple Liberty Walk there, done. Then there's a car that I really love, and it is the Subaru WRX STI from 2005. So not the hatchback version, but the saloon version that they use in the WRC. That was probably one of my favorite cars, if not my favorite car in general. It's a really cool car. Some people might disagree, but I think that's a really cool car, and I was surprised when they didn't add it to Need for Speed anyway. So next car is a Ford GT in Need for Speed Carbon. Like I said, I'll refer to Carbon a lot. In Need for Speed Carbon, they had Nikki, who was the girl who would help you out a lot, and she would do your races, help you out with your crew and whatnot, and she had the coolest Ford GT I've ever seen. It was all red, had the number 6 on the side, it looked insane, and had the wide body, road jar rims as far as I could remember. It was absolutely crazy, and I think it'd be really cool to see that again. So those are just a few of the cars I'd like to see. There is a lot more I could add to that list, and I'm sure you guys could add to that too. You might even disagree with what I've just said, but let me know in the comments about those cars. The next thing is a daytime cycle. So rather than the game constantly being stuck at night in the rain, maybe they could cycle it between daytime as well as nighttime, and there'd be more traffic or more cops, or less cops even in the daytime, something like that, just to be able to see a car in the daytime, and it would just be much cooler. Because don't get me wrong, I love the night, but I think a daytime cycle would be really cool too. The next thing is multiple garages, or at least more space for cars. So I know this is highly requested in the Need for Speed community, but basically you can only hold 5 cars in your single garage, and I thought it'd be really cool to do something where like you could only hold 5 cars in your first garage, and then in your second garage you'll find 5 other cars, something similar to that. But they wouldn't, like, you couldn't go to either of them and just pick any car. You'd have to go to the specific garage for the specific car that you're looking for. And I think it'd just be cool to have more space for more cars, because I've filled up all 5 spaces and I really want to buy some more cars, but I can't. I don't want to get rid of the cars that I have. So I think that would be a really nice addition to be able to hold more cars, and I know it's highly requested. So another just a small touch they could add, which would be really cool to me at least, is more license plates. So it's cool that you can make your own license plate, but I think it'd be really cool to be able to change the license plate itself rather than just keep California. Like, I know California is a really cool place, I'd love to go there, but imagine doing like what they did in Rivals, where you could change between the Need for Speed cities. So you could, let's get, I don't know, Rockport or Palmont City, those kinds of things back on your license plates. I think that'd be a really cool touch. And the final thing that I can think of is more customization. Not only for the little cars, like there's underground style cars which have plenty of customization, but cars like the supercars. Let's take the Ferrari 458 as it's a great example. All you can do for that is put a GT3 kit on there. It's cool, but you can't do anything else. Like, you can't even get rims for the car. So I think it'd be really cool if they added more customization to cars like that, and just make those cars a better part of the game and be cool to own. So that is it from me today, guys. If you guys have any ideas of your own, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. go onto Need for Speed's Facebook page, tweet at them, do all of that shiz. Make sure your things get noticed, and hopefully people will agree with that and they'll change parts of the game. Another thing they've done is a survey. I'll leave the description. No, I'll leave a link in the description below. You basically go onto their survey, answer a few questions, and then you can, you know, if there's anything else they could improve on, you just let them know. And you guys could let them know by doing that. It'd be really cool. It'd help everybody, and that is it. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Make the ground shake.